Russia and Ukraine continued heavy fighting on Monday, with both sides launching attacks across multiple fronts. Russian forces claimed control of a settlement in Kharkiv and reported major destruction of Ukrainian military equipment. Russian air defenses intercepted 6 HIMARS rockets, a Neptune long-range cruise missile, and hundreds of drones. Strikes targeted energy infrastructure, fuel storage, and drone launch areas at more than 145 locations across Ukraine. Ukraine reported 231 combat encounters along its front lines. Its missile units, artillery, and air force struck multiple concentrations of Russian personnel and military equipment in retaliation. Ukrainian air defenses successfully neutralized or suppressed 83 of 116 attack drones launched by Russian forces since Sunday evening, underscoring the intensity of drone and missile warfare. Shelling near the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant added new risks. The plant has been operating without off-site power for nearly 2 weeks, relying on emergency diesel generators. 15 rounds of shelling were reported near the facility, raising global concern. IAEA Director General Rafael Grossi warned that nuclear safety remains extraordinarily challenging and called for maximum military restraint while actively engaging with Russia and Ukraine to restore off-site power. President Volodymyr Zelensky emphasized Ukraine's growing defense and energy preparedness. He highlighted international support from countries such as the Netherlands, Norway, and Lithuania, aiming to boost weapons production, energy resilience, and security measures.
Russia would not have any missiles and most drones, and therefore significant damage to our energy sector, if Russia could not buy or otherwise import Western-made components for missiles and helicopters, as well as components and machines from South Korea, Japan, China, and Taiwan. Unfortunately, many European and American supplies of critical components to Russia are still not just a dozen or so components, but hundreds of thousands of components, purely commercial supplies. This has a direct consequence: the fact that the Russians are terrorizing our country, threatening other countries as well, behaving in a despicable manner and refusing to make peace. There are specific things that need to be pressured, and we are doing everything we can to make the pressure work. The world has the power to stop terror, any terror, and Russia is no exception.
Zelensky also stressed efforts to pressure Russia through sanctions and control the supply of critical components for drones and missiles. Ukraine's domestic defense industry employs over 100,000 people and is working to maintain 90% of weapons at the front, strengthening the country's independence and military capabilities.